Welcome to the Swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the college football. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Florida.
People still fill in the stands, and he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's blocked. Can't do it much better than that. Get the kickoff return, take it 98 to the house, and put a touchdown on the board. They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. He'll bring it back looking for help. He's got great speed. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? And noise early. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. To the 15. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
That boy fast. Goodness gracious. When he pulls the ball down, he can go chew up yards so quick, just like a running back. Man, the speed is evident on that QB.
And you know, everybody likes to call him dual threat. I'd say just plain old threat. He is a problem.
And you're putting, at a younger age, you're putting your quarterback now, the best athlete on the field at the quarterback spot, so he can go make plays. He's used to playing quarterback and throwing the ball and been doing it his whole life. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
Seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. When you talk about the next game on the schedule, they're always looking forward to this one.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts the yard touchdown pass. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quarterback adapted. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. In a competitive conference like the SEC,
no doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games, something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
They'll give it to the back. On the move at the 30. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Wide receiver shows motion. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. These corners going to give them some space. He's looking to throw. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him. A really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
Tennessee 7, Florida 6.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. It's complete to the left. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback is snowed under. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. They're trying to get to it. He's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Slings it downfield. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Wants to fire on second down. Firing to the right, complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolled.
So now he can go to work in open space.
They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. Now on the move. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's second and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do with it.
On second and goal, he carries again. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Man, this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on third and goal. Now the toss. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they... Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline.
And he's running in the open. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They'll throw it on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, the quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. On second down, they'll take to the air. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
He uncorks one deep. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. And the Gators will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Running it back, it's Cole. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into the second half. And listen, this offense practices 2-minute every single week for this exact situation. They'd love to be able to go generate a few more points before taking it into the locker room.
He's going up top. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work as well.
The give to the back. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. It's a fumble on the play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. They'll need some urgency to get something on the board before halftime. 11 seconds to go. It'll be 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready for your quarterback, man. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and sell it.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The give to the lone running back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? From the gun, the running back looking for room. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
They'll leave it with him. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Volunteers. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Going for the return. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
On second down, he's looking downfield. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Trying to take it back. Touchdown ball! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. And then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Got the quick pass. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. The Gators are in the hurry-up. On second down, wants to throw it. Feeling some heat. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run and try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Looking to throw on second down. Pocket starts to collapse. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it pop.
He'll take a shot. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down.
The quarterback has got to just settle down and take a breath. Threw a bad pick last drive. Almost threw another one on that last play. He's got to regain his focus.
And back to the air on second down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He finds his man. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it again. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
Coming after him. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator!
And that is why you never quit on a play. On fourth down by the goal line, it looked like the quarterback had nowhere to go with it, but he wouldn't quit. He wouldn't give in to the defense. He just dug deep down inside himself and found a way to score that TD. That was impressive.
From the gun, looking for a man. Makes the grab on the left. He makes it in for the deuce, and now it's a 14-point game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other.
He's loose down the middle. Past the 30, the 20, the 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Notre Dame is running away with this one today, thanks to an offense that is more than waking up the echoes. They're up 14 over USF. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
The Gators want to pick up the tempo. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Got it past the marker. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick completion on the out. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll pull it down. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Back involved out in the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding just kind of jump on it, make sure you keep possession.
We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop it. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. The Volunteers will hustle to the line. Right back to the well. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. They've got this game in hand. Maybe there's some bad blood. They want to rub it in a bit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. No matter how much college football changes, realigns,